নমস্কাৰ, ৱেলকাম টু মাই চেনেল Ctet। আজি আমি পেডাগজিৰ কেইটামান কুৱেশ্যন আলোচনা কৰিম আৰু ইয়াত ভাষা হিচাপে মই দুটা লৈছোঁ, এটা হৈছে ইংৰাজী আৰু এটা হৈছে হিন্দী। তো তোমালোকৰ সুবিধাৰ্থে মই সেইটো কৰিছোঁ, যিটো সুবিধা হয় সেইটো চাব নিশ্চয়। The first question, in order to address learners from diverse backgrounds, a teacher should. The option, use standardized assessment for all, use statement that strengthen negative stereotype, avoid talking about aspect related to diversity, draw example from diverse setting. The correct option is fourth, draw example from diverse setting. Next question, problem solving abilities can be facilitated by. The option, encouraging use of analogies, generating fear among children, focusing on drill and practice, encouraging fixed process of solving the problems. The correct option is 1, encouraging use of analogies. হিন্দীত কুৱেশ্যনটো চাই ল'ব পাৰে যদি অসুবিধা হয় আৰু মই এক্সপ্লেনেশ্যন নকৰোঁ। নেক্সট কুৱেশ্যন, in order to address the need of students who are facing learning difficulties, a teacher should not. The first option, do individualized educational planning. Second, practice rigid structure for pedagogy and assessment. Use multiple audio-visual aids. Use constructive pedagogical approaches. The correct option is 2, practice rigid structure for pedagogy and assessment. Next, dash is a primary identifying features of creativity. Option, hyperactivity, inattentiveness, low comprehension, divergent thinking. The correct option is fourth, divergent thinking. Okay, next, which of the following is most effective mode of teaching learning? First option, observation without analysis, imitation and repetition, rote memorization of content, exploration of relationship between concept. The correct option is fourth, exploration of relationship between concept. The next, a teacher should analyze the various errors made by student on a given task because. Option, she can segregate those who made more error in comparison to others. Learning is solely based on correction or of errors. She can decide degree of punishment accordingly. Understanding of errors are meaningful in the teaching learning process. The correct option is fourth, understanding of errors are meaningful in the teaching learning process. This one. The next question, motivation to learn can be sustained by. Option, giving very easy tasks to children, focusing on rote memorization, punishing the child, focusing on mastery oriented goals. The correct option is fourth, focusing on mastery oriented goals. Shame dash. Option, is very effective to motivate the children to learn, should be generated frequently in teaching learning process, has no relation to cognition, can have negative impact on cognition. The correct option is fourth, can have negative impact on cognition. Constructivist view of learning suggests that children dash construction of their own knowledge. The option, play an active role in, are solely dependent on textbook in, have no role to play in, are solely dependent on adult for. The correct option is 1, play an active role. Next, which one of the following belief is good for learning? Option: effort don't make any difference, failure is uncontrollable, ability is improvable, ability is fixed. The correct option is ability is improvable. Next question. Conceptual understanding among students is likely to improve in the setting which emphasize on. Option: frequent examination, inquiry and dialogue competition, textbook centric pedagogy. The correct option is 2, inquiry and dialogue. The next question. It is difficult for children to learn when. Option: learning is socially contextualized, content is represented through multiple ways, information is presented in disconnected chunk, they are intrinsically motivated. The correct option is 3, information is presented in disconnected chunk. Next, best state of learning is. Option: moderate arousal, no fear, no arousal, no fear, high arousal, high fear, low arousal, high fear. The correct option is 1, moderate arousal, no fear. Next question. Individual differences in development of children can be attributed to. Option: neither heredity nor environment, interplay of heredity and environment, heredity only, environment only. The correct option is 2, interplay of heredity and environment. During a task, Shaina is talking to herself about ways she can proceed on the task. According to Lev Vygotsky's ideas on language and thought, this kind of private space is a sign of. Option: egocentrism, psychological disorder, cognitive immaturity, self-regulation. The correct option is self-regulation. Next question. Evaluation practices should aim at. Option: identifying student needs, the requirement, identification of high achievers for prize distribution, leveling of student, segregation of student for ability based group. The correct option is 1, identifying student needs and requirements. Next question. Under observing that students are struggling to proceed further on an ongoing activity, our teacher decided to provide cues and hints in form of what, why, how. According to Lev Vygotsky's theory, this strategy of teacher will. The option: cause withdrawal tendency among students, be meaningfulness in process of learning, demotivate the children to learn, act as a scaffold for learning. The correct option is 4th, act as a scaffold for learning. Next question. After getting hurt during a play activity, Rohan started crying. Seeing this, his father responded, "Don't behave like girls. Boys don't cry." This statement by the father. Option: reducing gender bias, promotes gender equality, reflect gender stereotype, challenges gender stereotype. The correct option is 3, reflect gender stereotype. Next, in a progressive classroom, progressive classroom. Option: ample opportunities should be provided for construction of knowledge. Students should be leveled on the basis of their academic scores. A teacher should follow fixed curriculum. The emphasis should be on competition among students. The correct option is 1. Ample opportunities should be provided for construction of knowledge. Next question. According to Lawrence Kohlberg's theory, performance an act and doing something because others approves it represented dash stage of morality. Option: post conventional, formal, conventional, pre conventional, only conventional. The correct option is 4th, conventional. Next, which of the following is correct in the content of socialization of children? Option: peers are primary socialization agent of family is a secondary socialization agent. Family and mass media both are secondary socialization agent. School is a secondary socialization agent and family is a primary socialization agent. School is a primary socialization agent and peers are secondary socialization agent. The correct option is 3. School is a secondary socialization agent and family is a primary socialization agent. Next, theory of multiple intelligence emphasizes that. Option: there are several forms of intelligence. There are no individual differences in intelligence. Intelligence quotient can be measured only by objective test. Intelligence is one domain. Ensure intelligence is all other domain. The correct option is 1. There are several forms of intelligence. Next question. Pre-operational stage in Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development characterizes dash hypothetical-deductive thinking, ability to conserve and seriate object, development of abstract thinking, centration of thought. The correct option is 4th, centration of thought. Which of the following statement is correct in context of development? First, development occurs only during the period of children. Development is multidimensional. Development has the same rate of growth across cultures for everyone. Development occurs only through learning that takes place in school. The correct option is 2. Development is multi-dimensional. Next, Lev Vygotsky's social cultural perspective of learning emphasizes importance of dash in the learning process. Option: motivation, equilibrium, cultural tools, attribution. The correct option is 3. Cultural tools. Next question. In his theory of cognitive development, Jean Piaget explained cognitive structure in terms of option: zone of proximal development, schemas, psychological tools, stimulus response association. The correct option is 2. Schemas. Next question. In an inclusive classroom, emphasis should be on segregation of students based on their social identity, providing opportunities aiming at maximizing potential of individual children, performance-oriented goals, and differentiated instruction. The correct option is 2. Providing opportunities aiming at maximizing potential of individual children. The next, According to Right of Person with Disabilities Act 2016, which of the following term is appropriate to use? Option is student with physical disability, student with crippled body, retarded student, handicapped student. The correct option is 1, student with physical disability. The next question. Sequence of development among children from birth to adolescence is concrete, abstract, sensory, abstract, concrete, sensory, sensory, concrete, abstract, abstract, sensory, concrete. The correct option is 3, sensory, concrete, abstract. The last question. Individual differences in a progressive classroom should be treated as criteria for making ability-based proof, importance for planning of teaching learning process, a hindrance to the process of learning, or failure on the part of teacher. The correct option is 2, importance of planning of teaching learning process. Thank you everyone for watching my video.